Hello everyone and welcome to the Impact Play. My name is Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and I am your host and producer of the Ones and Twos, and we are your one-stop shop for the news, discussions, and reviews around gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, esports, and music. We're also keen on uplifting voices and even highlighting their stories. Something big is coming to Atlanta, so stay tuned on what's headed your way. And also for those celebrating Ramadan Mubarak, happy Ramadan, Ramadan Kareem. So may this holy month bring peace, happiness, and blessings to you and your loved ones in this holiest of months. So we are live on twitch.tv/Theimpactplay as well as youtube.com/Theimpactplay. So no matter however you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Support keeps the lights running and keeps the content coming. You can learn more by joining us over on Discord. So where you can access some exclusive content, including an ad-free version of the show, a whole lot of content before everyone else, and more. We are also Epic partners, so every purchase you make within the Epic store, when you use our credit code Theimpactplay, we do get a commission and a little bit of a kickback to help support us in a brand new way and no extra cost to you. So that credit code is the Theimpactplay. So use that when you're buying anything Rocket League, Fall Guys, Fortnite, and more. And it'll even work when you use a free-to-play title. It'll support us here on the show. This episode of the Theimpactplay is also sponsored by Audible. However, me and the team will tell you about that later. This is episode 286, and on the agenda, we have Counter-Strike 2 has been officially announced. And that's Ronin TMNT video game. Sonic Origins Plus is inbound. Ray tracing makes its debut into Elden Ring. The TikTok hearing. AI, a customizable gaming laptop. Pokemon Horizons. Oku, the Inner Chambers, is making its way to Netflix. A Carl Lewis documentary. WrestleMania LeBron is back. March Madness is down to just the top 8. The LCK Spring Playoffs. The Weeknd is the world's most popular artist. Diddy is getting his very own reality TV series. Artists are using their platforms to make an impact and to do some social good. So new music by the Jonas Brothers, Haley Steinfeld, David O, plus the top stories of the week. So welcome to my very first segment of the show, where it is discussed what we have been playing, what I'm enjoying, essentially, what we have been up to. So, what I've been playing, I can't really discuss that right now because those reviews aren't out and I'm under an embargo. But I am playing a couple of titles. I'm playing some demos as well. I'll hopefully discuss that on those corresponding review cast as well for those titles. Watching. I'm still getting caught up with The Last of Us. What's the Scooby-Doo one? What's her name? Velma. There's something else. The Weeknd's Dawn FM experience on HBO Max as well. So once I'm caught up with everything, I'll of course record some review casts for those corresponding shows as well. Those corresponding titles, I should say. But that's about it on that side. I guess we'll get in some housekeeping news for you folks, so stay tuned. You can sign up for your free 30-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to 2 credits. And it's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Once again, the URL is audible.com/Theimpactplay. Thank you to Audible for sponsoring this episode of the Theimpactplay. Alrighty, folks. It sounds like it's raining now, so hopefully this won't affect the stream. But otherwise, first up, we have, this is a third year fundraising for Extra Life, a program of the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals in support of our local Children's Hospital here in Atlanta, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So, you can make a difference in a child's life in as little as $1. You can do so by going to our About pages and by clicking on the Extra Life URL, and it'll take you right to our donation panel so we can make a difference together. Next up, we have a whole ton of content for you on our YouTube channel. We have some gameplay reveals, some launch trailers, some exclusive clips, and some DLCs, and you can find everything and anything on our YouTube channel, so youtube.com/Theimpactplay. So you'll have something available for you. And also, I know another thing in regards to YouTube, they did release a new feature called podcast. So you could go to our. Actually, let me check that out because I know I did that. So playlist. Let me see how that's gonna work. Give me a second. Let me switch to another account. I guess it's going to do this one. That's fine. Let's see, home. Let me see. Videos. No, not videos. Playlists. Where's the podcast? It should be a podcast playlist. I don't know how they're gonna feature it. Cause I'm looking at my playlist and I don't see the podcast. Like I have my own, of course, my own playlist for the podcast. But that's about it. Like for some, like you could. Oh, let me see. Go back. Because I'm going to my playlist, and the playlist I have for the podcast, there's no way for you to know that's the podcast playlist. Otherwise, if you click on view, actually, I'll show you guys in a moment. For all of you audio only listeners, you're definitely missing out if you aren't coming back later to watch the VOD either on Spotify or on YouTube. Okay, there we go. Okay. See, as soon as you go to our YouTube channel, of course we're live because we're live on YouTube. Let's see, videos, but there's nothing that shows the podcast. But as soon as you go to, let me see, channels, no, community, nope, about, yeah, it's not like they're showcasing it. You have to like dive deep before you can find it. Of course, we updated our about pages as well. See all our playlists, and then it's under here at Theimpactplay. So view full playlist. As soon as you click on it, it'll tell you, oh, podcast. So they're not even they have this new feature, but they're not even showcasing it. See, the whole podcast playlist is here on YouTube.com. If you guys do consume content that way. And like I said before, we have a whole ton of videos for you. Trailers, reveals, first looks, whether it be TV shows, movies, gaming, trailers, and what have you. It's all here for you. And there's our last week's show. Yeah, literally, we have everything for you. Alright, so let's get into the other housekeeping news for you folks. Let me get out of here. Go back here. Okay. If you missed last week's show, we dived into a whole slew of news in regards to the PlayStation 5 Pro that is apparently in development, Shroud's upcoming title, a Persona 5 spin-off, and more. So be sure to check that out if you missed it. So it looks like that's it for housekeeping at the moment. So I guess let's get into the regular news, and we'll start with your gaming play. All right, now I hear even more of the rain. So hopefully this won't affect the stream. Fingers crossed. But if it does, I guess we'll just get back to it when we get to it. All right. So first up, we have a Counter-Strike 2 has been officially unveiled. I literally had here it is. Coming over from GameSpot. So Valve announced that Counter-Strike 2 will be releasing summer 2023. Ow! You guys saw the lightning and the thunder? Whoa, okay. So it will be releasing summer 2023 with limited testing available to some CSGO players that are starting, that's available now. And CS2 will be a free upgrade to CSGO now to all players. And items will transfer over to the new iteration. And there are some teasers that are available. It's available on our YouTube channel. So apparently you're just testing it, but the rumor is that there could be a beta in April, so we have to wait and see. Next up, we have. So we know that Valve has announced Counter-Strike 2, but it looks like they might be announcing another game. It might be in the works. So this is coming from AFK Gaming. So those who are participating in the closed beta have discovered that there are references to Left 4 Dead 3. So it looks like there could be something there. We'll have to wait and see. Or could it be just a little bit of an Easter egg, but we'll see. So TMNT, the graphic novel of The Last Ronin, is becoming a video game coming over from Polygon. That's funny how I started on that. Alrighty, so The Ronin is a 2020 graphic novel that told a grim, futuristic story about the turtles. Like the comic, the video game adaptation will be a darker, more mature take on the typical colorful Ninja Turtles, according to Doug Rosen, a senior vice president for games and emerging media at Paramount Global, the rights holder for TMNT. In an interview with Polygon last week, Rosen likened the upcoming third-person action role-playing game to Sony's recent God of War titles, and said it will be authentic to the story of the Last Ronin arc, which is set in a future where only one of the turtles has survived. I'm really excited for this. This Last Ronin thing looks like wow. Like the story behind it looks good. So moving on, we have a trailer for the Final Fantasy 16 that showed off the world of Thea, coming from IGN, that they shared in PAX East panel. Alrighty, so Atari has entered an agreement to acquire Night Dive Studios, coming from GameSpot. The developer of the upcoming System Shock remake, including Doom 64 and Quake re-releases. Respawn is opening its third studio to keep up with Apex Legends, going over for 10, even 15 years. Going over from GameIndustry.biz. The studio continues to gain attention with its upcoming Star Wars Apex Legends Iron Groves. It's from the firm's new branch, and it opened up in Madison, Wisconsin. So the initial focus will be to support Apex, but they might work on some other Respawn products. Let's see, Xbox news coming from Video Games Chronicle. Speaking to the Financial Times, Phil Spencer reiterated plans to launch an Xbox branded app store on iOS and Android devices, explained that Microsoft is already preparing for the date at which this could be legally possible. In an interview, Spencer cited that the Digital Markets Act, a new piece of legislation that will force Apple and Google to allow its users to access their apps from more than just the App Store and Google Play Store. The Digital Markets Act that is coming, those are the kinds of things that we are planning for, quote unquote, Spencer added. I think it's a huge opportunity. The Markets Act was signed into law by the European Parliament in September of 2022 and it will become applicable in May of 2023. So essentially, we knew this day was coming. That's the whole reason of them acquiring Activision Blizzard. Therefore, what the most of Sony thinking, I told you, Sony's not the competitor. It's Apple, Amazon, and Google, the top three. That's what they see as their competitors, not Sony or PlayStation. They're way beyond than just gaming. They're pretty much making their own app store. That's the whole purpose of Game Pass, of them acquiring all these studios, all these publishing arms, and so on. Speaking of Xbox, GameIndustry.biz reports that Xbox has detailed a new look program designed to support underappreciated creators. The program has actually been running since 2019, has offered porting funding to over 100 indie developers. The newly named Idea at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program will continue to offer the porting support, which is non-recoupable and does not require Xbox exclusivity or company equity, and now also includes access to Microsoft's monthly Green Room webinars, which offers advice on various projects, including marketing, certification, and more. The company has a no cap on the developers who can take part in these two parts of the program. The final component is a new prototype fund, and it's currently in the pilot stage and has limited participation. You guys are interested, I'll definitely link this article in chat. If you are a developer listening in or joining us here today. Okay. And speaking of Xbox's Activision Blizzard acquisition has taken a major step as the UK's competitors and market authority, or the CMA, has revealed it is now less concerned over the deal going through. The CMA released a statement saying that one of its key provisional concerns, that the deal would harm competition if Microsoft made Call of Duty an Xbox exclusive, has now been addressed and is no longer an issue. Like I said, this is way past Call of Duty. The way that PlayStation is probably thinking, because they don't want them to they even said it, like how we discussed it on last week's show, where the CEO was publicly has said publicly that they can acquire Activision Blizzard, but not Call of Duty. And even more so, they said they don't even want this merger to go through. They don't care about Call of Duty. So what does that show? Because they know this is going to take them above and beyond to their main goal, to being a platform, than just a gaming. Like just a gaming thing, pretty much. All right. So, speaking of Microsoft, there's another thing coming from GameIndustry.biz. They have unveiled Xbox Developer Sustainability Toolkit. It aims to bring creators helps to creators to reduce energy consumption and measure carbon emissions during game development. It includes resources such as power monitor tools, certification reports, power consumption dashboards, and best practices. Alright, and I'll definitely link the article here as well if you guys are interested. So if you're a game developer, thank you so much for joining us here today. Alright, so speaking of game development, Epic has announced Unreal Engine advancements, Hellblade tech demo, and an ability to upload directly into Fortnite, coming from Eurogamer.net. So Epic Games unveiled its latest state of Unreal presentation, during which it demoed new projects for Unreal Engine 5.2, fresh peeks at Unreal Engine games such as NCSoft's Project M and Ninja Theory's Hellblade sequel. Alright, so today the presentation began with a look at a new procedural generation technology being baked into Unreal Engine 5.2, which will allow developers to build a small section of an open world environment from which Unreal Engine can now then build out a much larger area at scale. A demo video was showed how components can be switched out on the fly, elements such as a bridge adapting automatically to the environment around them. MetaHumans, which is Epic's impressive technology to build digital humans, is getting an upgrade named MetaHuman Animator, which can now quickly turn performance capture from an iPhone video into an Unreal Engine powered in-game asset. Let's see. And Fortnite, Epic's brand new creator toolset for the title, which will allow Unreal Engine 5 projects to be published directly into the game. They also announced Fortnite Creator Economy 2.0, which is their plan to share some of the billions of dollars in revenue, and makers from Fortnite, item shops, 40% of the money is now apparently will be going into third-party development teams building it. Let's see. I'm just trying to skim through. I think that's it. Alright, next up we have Amazon Luna has launched in the UK, Germany, and Canada, coming from GameIndustry.biz. Alright, so kudos to them. Lord of the Rings Golem has a May release date of May 25th for PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PC, and then Nintendo Switch is apparently will be released later this year. Sonic Origins Plus brings more classic Sonic games to modern consoles in June, which I'm excited for. And I've actually pre-ordered the physical version from my local GameStop, because I know the Hold on, let me show you this. Give me a second. Let me look this up real quick before I get into this article from IGN. Let me look this up this way I can show you this. GameStop. Okay. Full view, and then we're gonna switch back to it. All right, here you go, folks. This is literally what I as soon as I found out about it 2 days ago, I went into my GameStop yesterday and pre-ordered the game and paid for it fully in advance. And of course, I had to renew my my Game Informer thingy, or should I say, GameStop Pro membership thingy, whatever it is. So I ended up renewing that as well. Might as well. And that's what it is. Of course, I got the Nintendo Switch version because what I like about this is, let me see. We get. Let me see if I could open this. So, classic Sonic redefined in widescreen HD, so you could explore 4 classic remastered Sonic titles: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in high definition, with all new opening and ending animations for each title, all in one bundle. New playable characters, classic anniversary modes, new unlockables, 12 Sonic Gear game titles. So, go ahead and close this. You get a Sega Genesis reversible cover and a 20-page art book when you pre-order it from GameStop. Like, literally, because I used to play Sonic back in the day. Sonic was literally one of my first games other than Pokemon. I don't even remember where I played Sonic for the first time. I don't remember. But I know I was playing on one of these old virtual consoles. I can't remember what it was. So I remember I used to on the old the GBA, not the GBA, the OG Game Boy, as well as the GBA. I was playing Pokemon. So Pokemon Red and Pokemon Yellow. But I don't I remember playing Zelda, but I never liked it. Never got into it. But Sonic, I remember playing it, but I don't remember where I was playing it at all. But I do remember playing it growing up. So, like, you know what? It's a classic title. As soon as I heard about this, I went to GameStop. Hey, I'll show you the receipt. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I know I have it here somewhere, the receipt. Let's see. Let's see. That's not it. Oh wait, that's it. That's it. It's right here. Okay. All right, there's my GameStop receipt. So this was the 25th. So yeah, literally yesterday I pre-ordered it. I'm pretty sure you could see that. So Sonic Origins Plus for the Nintendo Switch, as well as my, what do you call it? Power Up Pro renewal, right there. See, I told you, literally, like almost all my games, maybe 90% of my games I get it from GameStop. And it's usually because the Nintendo Switch version is like the only version I would get. Is the only console I would get physical games for. Because we seen what's happened with the Nintendo eShop on Nintendo 3DS and 2DS devices. So of course I'm not gonna take that risk. Oh yeah, I didn't show no. Actually, did I show you this? I don't know if I showed you this or not, but this is it. But yeah. All right. So I'm excited for this. I was like, should I get the? I might also get the Xbox Series X version as well. We'll wait and see. But in the meantime, I'm getting it for Nintendo Switch first. But I also might buy it again. We'll see. All right. So we pretty much. Let me see. And also, the content will be available as about a $10 expansion for those who own the 2022's Sonic Origins. or you can just buy the original package like what I did. Let me see. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Hold on. This is from IGN's article. Hold on. There we go. Because I remember playing it something like this, but I don't remember which console it was. Like I remember playing this game. I don't remember what I don't remember at all. Indeed, I don't remember playing that. Nope, nope, nope. This is the one that I remember playing. I don't remember. Sonic Origins. Let me see. Let me look this up. I'm curious. Sonic Origins. When did it come out? Game completion, remasters. Oh, let me see. I agree. Let me see. It'll show me what games it's in here, right? Oh, you guys suck. Where's Steam? Oh no, it's gonna. Okay, I thought it was gonna have the Steam client on here. Let me see. Does this say which games are here? Is it the site? Continue. Really? I'm leaving it. Really? Really? Okay. Colors Ultimate, Sonic Mania. Alright, where is it? Games. What's it called? Sonic the Hedgehog. We just went to this, but I don't see it. Sonic Colors, Sonic that. Oh, here it is. I think that's it. Sonic Origins Plus, right? Let's see. 12 Sonic Game Gear titles. I wish it could show me where this game is from. If you guys know where this game is from, please let me know. Tag me on social or tag the podcast Theimpactplay or it's Yagu, and please let me know what game this is from. Because it won't show me here. But we have to get into the show. Okay, so let's get back to it. Okay. So, Elden Ring finally gets ray tracing on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles as well as PC. That took long. Courtesy of patch 1.09. Of course, it won't be available on the PS4, Xbox One because they don't have that ability. And they have cautioned that both frame rate and resolution may be impacted while playing while ray tracing is on. Lego 2K Drive is an open world AAA racing game and it's coming May 19th. Coming to the PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and Epic Game Store. It's apparently an open world game with single and multiplayer. It lets players build any vehicle they like, whether it be street racers, off-roaders, or boats. So I'm excited for this. We'll see. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is Tony Todd, the voice actor behind Venom, and Spider-Man 2 revealed that the game will be released sometime in September. He posted a picture of himself with that said apparently it looks like September the game might be coming out. So he may have teased it. So Red Bull developer Arcane is working actively to remove the game's always online requirement when playing strictly in single player mode. So in an interview with Eurogamer, Harvey Smith has revealed his team are now working to change how the game will work to make an offline single player possible. We talked about respawn. I don't know why I had that duplicated. That's weird. And it looks like that's it for gaming, folks. I guess we're gonna move on to your tech play. And of course, we gotta talk about AI. So, it looks like Google has hopped on the Beyond the Wagon, Oprah, and even NVIDIA. So this first is coming up from Google directly. Beginning today forward, they've begun open access to BART, which is an early experiment that lets you collaborate with generative AI, which is an answer to what is it called, ChatGPT. And BART is powered by a research large language module, specifically a lightweight and optimized version of LaMDA, will be updated with newer, more capable modules over time, and is grounded in Google's understanding of quality information. So yeah. Now let's see. Let's go into this Opera thingy. Opera adds ChatGPT and AI prompts into its browser, coming from Engadget. Alrighty, we don't have to get into this. It pretty much sums it up. And NVIDIA has unveiled AI Foundations, which is a customizable generation AI cloud service coming from Engadget. So NVIDIA's newest cloud service offering AI Foundations will allow businesses lacking the time and money to develop their own modules from scratch to build, redefine, and operate custom large language modules and generate AI modules that are trained with their own proprietary data and created for their unique domain-specific tasks. These modules include NEMO, NVIDIA's language modules, BioNeMo, a drug and molecular discovery-focused fork on the NEMO module built for the medical research community, and Picasso, an AI capable of generating images, videos, and 3D applications. Alrighty. And we have this new customizable gaming laptop from Framework, and coming from IGN. As part of the next level event, the company announced a Framework Laptop 16. While the company did not share the full specifications or pricing, but we do know we'll have a regular backlit RGB keyboard. And then the laptop will use the company's base system, which will allow owners to manually upgrade the graphic modules in the laptop, allowing users to shove a gaming laptop GPU like an NVIDIA RTX 40 series cards inside the laptop with the flexibility to upgrade and swap out the part when they decide, which is a first because laptops usually have them embedded in and you can't upgrade those. And it looks like pre-orders will begin spring and shipments starting later this year. The 13 is available to pre-order today, and for the 13, shipments are slated for May. So we're gonna reach out. Hopefully, we can get a review copy as well. Alright. So next up, we have. It looks like we could get some. I know Apple Watch has some one of the best wearables on the market, as well as their corresponding almost unlimited amount of bands. So this article is coming from The Verge, where there's a patent filing that has been spotted by patently Apple that apparently that the patent describes a wearable and a band that have NFC chips, letting you automatically take action when you connect or remove certain accessories. So what that pretty much means is if you have a band, because I know, like I said, these bands are the broad availability of bands that are available for the Apple Watch. If you, for instance, if you swap out a band for another band, the face could change automatically instead of you changing changing it on your own to maybe match with it and may do some other features. We'll have to wait and see. But those could be possible future features of this patent. They get the verge for that. So next we're gonna get into this TikTok hearing that I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been seeing on TikTok, which me myself I've been seeing a whole lot of. Well, of course we're gonna discuss this. So pretty much, this is coming from CBS News. So TikTok's chief executive faced intense questioning from House lawmakers on Thursday amid growing momentum on Capitol Hill to ban the app here in the U.S. The day could not have gone any worse for TikTok, said Brendan Carr, commissioner of the federal of the FCC. Let me get this out of the way. So TikTok's CEO Shou Shou tried to reassure lawmakers that the app does not pose a risk to its over 150 million users. Now share user data with this Chinese with any country or government. And he also pretty much reassured them that data for its U.S. users are pretty much going to be stored here locally, and pretty much it's moving to its Texas location here in the U.S., dubbed Project Texas, and will once everything's moved over to that database, it won't be accessible to anybody outside of the U.S. So just their U.S.-based employees, and once it's fully moved onto its U.S. database, it'll be deleted from everywhere else. And literally, it was funny how they were questioning him about Wi-Fi, about eye dilation. I'm like, do these people live in a dinosaur age? Even though it's been reported that they don't have these social apps on their phones. Okay, that's fine. On their government phones, but it doesn't mean they don't have it on their personal phones. And of course, what they're like clueless to these technological advances that is going on. Come on. And then he also, one of these lawmakers brought up his 8-year-old daughter. Like, would you let your 8-year-old daughter on social? Come on. What the heck? Like, come on. And then, literally, one of these other questions is like, how come on my wife's phone, my wife sees certain content and I don't see the same content? It's because it knows what you're looking at. And of course, that's literally every other social media application ever that uses the same thing, but they're bashing TikTok for these same scenarios. That if I connect to Wi-Fi, why does it require a Wi-Fi network? And like, of course, because it needs Wi-Fi for it to connect to the internet for you in order to use the app. And speaking of this, how come why does it have to know where my eyes are, or even how dilated they are? I'm like, because you have to use these filters to know where your eye is to use them. It's like basic technology questions, like it's common sense. But yeah, it is what it is. And lastly, we have TikTok that is revoking legacy verified badges, coming from Variety. So April 1st, they will begin winding down our legacy verified program, removing legacy verified check marks. To keep it, of course, you have to subscribe to Twitter Blue. So that's it for tech. I guess we're gonna keep moving on and move on to entertainment. So AMC has revealed new details for a pair of its Walking Dead spin-offs. Coming from IGN. So Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead Dead City. So Fear the Walking Dead's final season will start on Sunday, May 14th, and it's set to air over 2 6-episode parts. They announced as part of WonderCon. The Walking Dead Dead City, on the other hand, is just starting. AMC revealed the premiere date for the brand new spin-off, June 18th. Alright, Pokemon's has an official name that is not featuring Ash as the protagonist. Finally, so it's Pokemon Horizons is a new trailer. There's a new trailer. We've got to look at some characters that is available on our YouTube channel. You can check that out. So it's Liko and Roy will go throughout the series as they set on a new journey to uncover the mysteries of Pokemon world, with the help of a few pals along the way. And of course they did it. There's a new Pikachu dubbed Captain Pikachu, which is I'm curious to see how this is gonna fare out. Moving on, Zack Snyder has announced that a 3-day celebration of his DC trilogy, consisting of Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League, will be held in April, and will all proceeds go to charity. We're taking place 28th to the 30th. It's called the Full Circle event. Will be held in support of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So Snyder himself will host the weekend of screenings in honor of his daughter, who passed away at the age of 20. The director's cut of each film will be shown before Snyder participates in a Q&A. Special guests that will be live streamed as well. Robert Downey Jr. is in talks to star in a remake of Alfred Hitchcock's psychological thriller Vertigo, IGN has confirmed. Mission Impossible, the film character is making a comeback. So revealed by director Christopher McQuarrie via Instagram. So William Donnell is getting back into the game for Dead Reckoning. All right, moving on. So Deadline reports that Star Wars, a top secret Star Wars movie, is to be directed by Sharmeen Abaid Shenoy. Apparently has lost its screenwriters Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibbleson. Deadline can confirm. So details for the film's plot are still on the wraps, and that's about it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that project. So Amazon Studios has announced that 3 more cast members for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2. Syrian Hans, Roy Kinnear, and Tanya Moody are joining the cast for the sophomore season. And season 2 is now filming in the UK, so they can gain spot for that one. Netflix's Ad Tier has reportedly reached 1 million subscribers after 4 months. So they can gain spot for that. We have, speaking of Netflix, the live-action adaptation of Gears of War has one step closer, as John Svies has boarded the project, best known for co-writing the Dune Part 2, and Doctor Strange. Thank you, Variety, for that one. So it looks like Vanessa Hudgens is set to shoot a travel documentary in the Philippines. The untitled project will shoot in Palawan and Manila in March. Paul Sereno is attached as a director, producer, and executive producer. And Mark A. Victor of 1017p will also serve as executive producer. Thank you, Variety, for that one. So New York-based film and TV studio and streaming network FilmRise has acquired North American distribution rights to true crime documentary feature film The Thief Collector, which is directed by Emmy winner Alisa Noto. Is it me or did the lights just turn off outside? Thank you, Variety, for that one. UTA opens up a new office here in Midtown, Atlanta. So the talent agency and its partner company, Clutch Sports Group, officially opened their Atlanta offices on Wednesday. The company says it's the first among the industry's biggest talent, sports, entertainment, and marketing agencies to establish a full-service base of operations in Georgia's biggest city. I'm really excited for hopefully we could work with them as well. All right, so Netflix announces the series Oko: The Inner Chambers at Anime Japan Convention. So directed by Abi Norioki and produced by Studios Dean, Oko is inspired by tales emerging from the Oko woman quarters within Edo Castle and imagines the gender roles are reversed. Okay, now that sounds interesting. I'm excited for this. All right. All right, next up we have a Carl Lewis documentary in the works from Noah Media, coming from Variety, an exclusive. So a feature documentary on champion athlete Carl Lewis will be the first film under the Noah Media Group's recently revealed multi-million-dollar content fund. The documentary will be executive produced by Uninterrupted, the Emmy Award-winning athlete empowerment brand founded by LeBron James and Maverick Carter. Thank you, Variety, for that. And it looks like that's it for entertainment. I guess we're going to move on to some sports news for you, folks. Alright, so the first up is WrestleMania, coming from GameSpot. So WWE's Road to WrestleMania is about to culminate once again in its biggest annual event. WrestleMania 39 is back in Hollywood for a two-night spectacular spectacle, expected to be headlined by a big-time match between WWE Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes. The show of shows will be taking place on April 1st and 2nd, 2023 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. So another big matchup is Charlotte Flair defending her SmackDown Women's Championship title against Royal Rumble winner Shea Ripley. And the start time here in Eastern is 8 p.m. For those of you Central, it's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific time is at 5 p.m. So the main event, you could purchase it through a cable provider or on Peacock. And you do have a free tier, but you won't be able to watch the event through that. You'll need a premium of at least $5 a month with ads. Premium is $10 a month with no ads. I think I might do that. Alrighty. So next up, CBS Sports reports that the New York Yankees will include top prospect Anthony Volpe on their 2023 opening day roster. Volpe appears to be the Yankees starting shortstop following the promotion, and he battled Oswald Peraza and Isaiah Kinnear Falafa, sounds Arabic, for the job in spring training. All right. Next up, we have LeBron James is coming back after missing 13 games for a foot injury, coming from ESPN. But as soon as he did make his comeback, they lost against the Bulls 118 to 108 on Sunday. Well, or should I say today? All right. And next up, we have Tottenham and manager Antonio Conte has parted ways. The club has announced. Spurs currently 4th they sit 4th in the Premier League, advanced on the knockout stage of the Champions League this season, but neither has been enough for the two parties to remain united. All right, so that's about it. Thank you, CBS, for that. So now we'll move on to some NCAA news. First up is the women's NCAAs, coming from CBS Sports. So Final Four sports are on the line today as the 2023 Women's NCAA tournament begins elite action. And several high-profile programs have eyes on advancing. The Elite 8 matchup on Sunday comes from the Greenville 2 Regional and features number 9 seed Miami trying to keep its unexpected run, going against the number 3 seed and LSU. The Hurricanes eliminated number 1 seed Indiana in the second round, and they hung on for a win over number 4 seed Villanova in the Sweet 16. Miami's defense has been on top of its game, and sophomore guard Justin Roberts has gotten better with each passing game. So the Kings will be the underdog once again in this matchup with the Tigers, who just defeated number 2 seed Utah in a game that came down to the wire. Angel Reyes has been phenomenal this postseason, and she recorded a double-double against the Utes with 17 points and 12 rebounds. On Sunday night in the Seattle 4 Regional, Cantwell Clark will lead the number 2 seed Iowa Hawkeyes as they take on Haley Von Leith and the number 5 seed Louisville Cardinals in the Sweet 16. Iowa defeated a number 6 seed Colorado in a high-scoring affair, and Clark totaled 31 points, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. There is little doubt she'll put on a show on the Elite 8. All right, and let's go into the men's side of things. Over from Bleacher Report and Fox Sports. Let me see which one. Okay, so one half of the 2023 men's NCAA tournament Final Four set is now set. So the upstart number 9 seed Florida Atlanta Owls continued their Cinderella run with a 79-76 victory over number 3 seed California State and the East region. The second game of the night proved to be far more one-sided as the number 4 seed UConn continued its recent run of dominance with 82-54 victory over Gonzaga. 2 more teams will punch their tickets to the Final Four on Sunday. Or should I say this Sunday? So the first 2 Final Four teams were decided Saturday when Florida Atlanta continued its run by taking down Kansas State. UConn dominated Gonzaga. Let me see. Let's go into the bracket. Let me see. So the Elite 8. So now it's going to go into the Final Four. So SDSU is going to be taking on Miami. Looks like. And FAU is going to be taking on UConn. Alright, so looks like that's it for the Final Four. Alrighty, now I'm going to move on to some esports news for you folks. Alrighty. So League of Legends, so the LEC reports coming from the official Twitter account that the following teams are locked for groups. So we have Team BDS, Australia's League of Legends, G2, Team Vitality, KOI, Fnatic, and SK Gaming. So kudos to those teams for making it to groups. Okay. Next up, we have the LCK. So 6 teams have made their way into the playoffs. The playoffs are apparently going on now and will conclude on April 9th. And the 2 teams will be represented in Korea or will represent Korea in the MSI. So the teams are T1, Generation G, KT Coaster, Diplos KIA, Hanwha Life Eastwards, and Leave Sandbox. Thank you, DOT, for that one. Dream League, let's see, the ESL has announced that 16 teams competing in the Dream League Season 19 Dota 2 tournament with a $1 million prize pool. Tournament will take place April 9th to the 23rd. Will have held online with each team competing from the European boot camps. The winner of the Dream League Season 19 will go qualify directly for the group stage of the Raida Masters, the biggest the international tournament in Dota 2 history, featuring 16 teams and $15 million prize pool. Alright, thank you, AFK. So the 16 invites are as follows. Beast Coast, Entity, Evil Geniuses, Escaration, Hellraisers, J-Men, Gladiators, Nouns, OG, PSG, LGD, Shopify, Rebellion, Talon Esports, Team Aster, Team Liquid, Team Spirit, STM, and Tonja Esports. Next up, we have Tonja Esports and True Vipers. Esports are set to represent India in the SPS Masters Brawl Stars. So both teams have qualified for the Snapdragon Brawl Series Masters in Chiba, Japan, which is set to take place in May, with a total prize pool of 800,000. And it looks that's it for esports for you folks. I guess we'll move on to some music news. So we have a couple of artists that are doing some social good. First up is Taylor Swift, or should I say, making an impact as well. So she has donated to some food banks on her Eras tour route. It's coming over from Billboard. So she made a sizable donation to the Arizona Food Bank Network ahead of taking the stage in Arizona. And of course, she didn't publicize it, but yeah. And she's also going to leaving a positive impact on each state along her tour route. So kudos to Taylor for definitely making an impact, using her medium, using her. Yeah, that's it. And we have. Speaking of Taylor, she's making good on a promise she made to a 13-year-old burn survivor with tour tickets, coming from Billboard as well. And Lizzo is reminding fans to, let me see, coming from Billboard, let's see. She's making her followers to not lose focus when it comes to the numerous political shifts happening all at once here in the US, from the government plans to potentially banning TikTok to the resurgence of outdated anti-LGBTQ and Jim Crow era laws. So kudos to these artists that are definitely using their platforms and their means to make a difference, to make an impact. And of course, we are all about that here on Theimpactplay, on highlighting those stories. So The Weeknd has been named the world's most popular artist by the Guinness World Records, coming from Billboard. So the organization proffered the title upon the pop star on Monday after analyzing the Spotify data and some of the biggest names in the music industry. So kudos to The Weeknd for definitely making those numbers. So hopefully we can have him here on the show. If you guys are interested in having him make a guest appearance here on the show for an interview, be sure to tag him and tag us on social. Tag us at Theimpactplay and also tag The Weeknd as well. Alright, so Diddy is apparently going to be making his or should I say, is getting the reality show treatment on Hulu, coming over from Page 6, an exclusive. So let's see. So the title is dubbed Diddy Plus 7. So it's going to profile the entire family, all their businesses, and feature everybody. So yeah, so we have to wait and see how the show fares. I'm definitely interested in this one because I've been a fan of Diddy since his debut of I Need a Girl. Because I remember buying that when the album first came out. So it was we invented the remix. That's how I know. That's how I know. Let's see. When was this released? Let's see. We invented the remix. So 2002. So over 21 years ago, it came out. 21 years ago. Like, sheesh. So I'm like 23 now. No, 33. Yeah, so 21. 2002, 1990. So I was 12 back then. I told you, literally, I remember going out and purchasing that album. I don't even know where it is. Or what happened to it. Alright. So, Lollapalooza has unveiled the 2023 lineup coming from Variety. Including Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Odessa, Lana Del Rey, Karol G, 1975, Tomorrow and Together, are the top billed artists. And of course, there's a lot to follow as well. So it's taking place August 3rd to the 6th. Let's see. What do we got here? What is this? So Wyona Lord and Ashley McBride, Tyler Hubbard and Jelly Roll, and Darius Rucker and the Black Crowes are the latest additions to the All-Star 2023 CMT Music Award lineups. Thank you, iHeart, for that. And it looks like Kenny Shenny shared the stage with Calcia Calarini as the two powerhouse country artists from East Tennessee kicked off Chelsea's headlining I Go Back Tour on Thursday night. So, Billboard reports that American Idol will continue to honor the series' long history by inviting 7 past finalists to mentor season 21's contestants during Hollywood Week, which begins airing on Sunday, April 2nd. So the returning artists are as follows: Justin Garini from season 1, Clay Aiken season 2, Jordan Sparks season 6, David Archuleta from season 7. He was on there. Philip Phillips from season 11, Katie Turner from 16, and Noah Thompson from season 20. So Billboard reports that Matt Cameron is clearing up rumors about joining up the Foo Fighters for the rock band's upcoming tour dates. So he denied a recent report by UK that he's replacing Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins. So he hasn't joined the Foos. So he's just he's just denying these claims or these rumors, I should say. So it looks like Kanye West has returned to Instagram, coming from iHeart, with an unexpected message. Apparently, he likes Jewish people once again in a post. So he posted an image from 21 Jump Street that watching Joanna Hill and 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred afterwards. Millions of innocent people, no Christians can be labeled anti-Semitic, knowing Jewish is Jew. Thank you, Joanna Hill. I love you. But yet, all that you said was anti-Semitic. So that's a head scratcher right there. Like, huh? I think he pretty much learned his lesson. So I think that's what it is. Have him pretty much just, I guess, noting that, I should say. But yeah, this Ed Sheeran is working on a new album. So his final Fostomois album. So it's a collective that will be regularly updated throughout the rest of his life, coming from iHeart. So a subtract will drop on May 5th, and it will and he'll team up from the Nationals' Aaron Deisner. And then it'll be, let's see, that's about it. Looks like it'll update later on as well. So thank you, iHeart, for that. Let's see, Six Flags is preparing his major comeback with the release of his first album in 5 years. Let's see. So in a recent interview with the Way Up with Angeli Ye, the rapper singer responded to Ye's praise of his work with crooner Jesse Reyes by revealing their plans for a joint album. Alrighty, so Kelly Clarkson has announced an album coming from Billboard. The Chemistry, and it's saying that it'll arrive, quote unquote, very soon. She announced on Instagram that I've been working on this project for close to 3 years now. Wow, 3 years for an album? I wasn't sure I was going to release it, but I am. The album is called Chemistry. But yeah, she didn't say when it's going to be released or anything like that. So it looks like that's it. So it looks like the Jonas Brothers album, a joint album, I should say, coming over from Billboard. So the upcoming 6 studio set, or should I say, the album, first time that they're back for to record together. And next up, we have Haley Steinfeld set to release her new single, Sun Kissing. And Billboard reports that So is it available now? Let me see. When will it be available? So it looks like it's available now. And let's see. David Owen has announced a fourth studio album dubbed Timeless. Via, and it will be available March 31st via Columbia Records. So thank you, Billboard, for that one. And it looks like Billboard also reports that the Just Soul solo album ME is imminent. So the Blackpink singer shared a teaser. It doesn't say when it's coming out though. Oh yeah, here it is, 31st. Okay. Via YG Entertainment and Interscope Records. And lastly, the top 5 out of Billboard's Hot 100 chart. Number 1 is Miley Cyrus's Flowers. Number 2 is Morgan Wallen's Last Night. Number 3 is SZA's Kill Bill. Number 4 is Die For You from The Weeknd and Ariana Grande. And number 5 is Metro Boomin featuring The Weeknd and 21 Savage for Creepin'. Alright, it looks like that's all we have for you folks. If you guys are interested in sending us some reading mail, here's how you can contact us. We want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and even questions you may have for us. Sending some reading mail on our Discord server. Leaving your voice notes over at Theimpactplay. By even sending us an email to readingmail@theimpactplay.com. If you guys listen to us on Spotify, following each and every episode, there'll be a question that will ask you for your feedback, your thoughts on that corresponding episode. You can let us know there, and it'll be as well. And I believe there's another way. We said email, we said Discord, we said voice note. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing one though. I think that's it. All right, it is what it is. I guess it'll come to me. So your feedback will either be played live or even read live here on the show. So thank you guys so much for making us a part of your day. We should join our community server over on Discord. Join our Discord and chat now. For those of you listening to YouTube as well as everywhere else, sure to click on our Discord links on our About pages. And guys, we're trying to log subs and we need your help. Share the channel, share the live stream with your friends, your family, and anyone who benefits from the show. Even share the show itself. Share us on social. Leave us a review when you're turning on your favorite platform. Thank you guys so much for making us part of your day, for joining us with us. You guys aren't able to join us. Don't feel left out. This will be available later on YouTube. The video will be edited and uploaded to YouTube as well as your favorite platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast. We are there. No matter however you listen to us, we are there. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one, folks. Until next time.